All right, hey, what's up, everybody? Mike Lindsley back with you. It is Friday, and that means it's Fish Friday here at Rosie's Corner. Come support your local business right in front of the Brewerton Bridge, Route 11 in Brewerton, in and around Central New York. It is one of the few places that's doing the outside takeout. The Grubhub can deliver it to you with an array of menu items: pizza, wings, hot and cold subs, different appetizers, burgers, you name it, they've got it here at Rosie's Corner. Fish Friday, you can put it with a mac and cheese or your coleslaw and french fries. It is delicious. The themed food days here are absolute home runs. Meatloaf Monday, Turkey Slop Tuesday, Chicken and Biscuit Wednesday, and your Thursday, Friday in terms of the fish as well. Get on down here at Rosie's Corner. Support your local businesses. And again, if you're wondering if the Paneras and the Moe's and all these places, Walmarts, I don't know if they're wiping things down, their hands, are they wearing gloves, are they on it every single second? Some of this stuff is very difficult to guess to see if people are following all the rules and all the rest. But here at Rosie's, I know Jason and Jody. They are taking all the precautions. They're wiping down the tables constantly. The gloves are going on constantly. New gloves are going on constantly. They're operating this business to the certain protocols of what they're asking for out there, and the experts are talking about with the coronavirus. So when you come here, you're going to get your normal takeout, and you're going to get people who have it together A to Z in terms of how to get you that food in the healthiest way possible. Rosie's Corner, proud sponsor of the ML Sports Platter. So 9 minutes with me here on IGTV, Facebook, and YouTube. I want to talk about Tom Brady, Tommy, and his legacy in Boston. Now, I'm going to talk Boston sports for the next 7+ minutes, trying not to throw up in my mouth while doing so. But I think when you go back 20 years and you think about what Tom Brady brought to the table, it's easy to just talk about the Patriots side of things. Transforming that franchise when Mo Lewis hit Drew Bledsoe out of bounds and, of course, almost killed Drew Bledsoe with that hit. Tom Brady, insert him. And, of course, off they go. 8 straight AFC championship games at one point. Recently, you had 6 Super Bowl rings, 9 Super Bowl appearances, Belichick, Brady, etc. We'll never see it again. The Patriot run, you could argue, it's the greatest in the history of NFL play and also in the history of sports. Now, where I'm going with this, though, is that Tom Brady impacted Boston sports more than people think. Let's first think about the unbelievable players who have come through there as athletes. Larry Bird, Robert Parrish, Kevin McHale, Bill Russell, Bob Cousy, John Havlicek, Ted Williams, Carl Yastrzemski, Pedro Martinez, Manny Ramirez, David Ortiz, Bobby Orr, Ray Bork. These are the guys who came through the city of Boston and the New England sports scene. And Tom Brady is on the Mount Rushmore. He's immovable. When I think about Boston sports Mount Rushmore guys, Bill Russell, immovable. Bobby Orr, immovable. And now Tom Brady, immovable. You've now got 3 guys on the Mount Rushmore who there's nobody you could replace them with, and Tom Brady is one of those guys. Now, the 4th guy, you may say it's David Ortiz, you may say it's Ted Williams, you may go ahead with another basketball guy and say it's Larry Bird. However you do it with the 4th one, and that's always the toughest spot. But think about that for a second. Tom Brady is on the all-time Boston Mount Rushmore, and he ain't moving. There are other franchises, there are other cities for sports Mount Rushmores where you could put a guy on and he could eventually, you'd have to think about it a little bit, right? Look at New York City, for example. If let's say it's the Yankees, right? Let's not go New York City. Let's say it's the Yankees. The 4 guys for me: Ruth, Gehrig, Mantle, DiMaggio, right? But are they immovable? Well, I think Ruth is, but I think with the other guys, you'd have to think a little bit, right? You could argue Mariano Rivera. You could argue Derek Jeter on that Mount Rushmore, right? Whitey Ford's close. Yogi Berra's close. You could argue probably for Jeter, Mo, and maybe Yogi. I don't think Whitey, but you could argue those 3 guys for a spot on there. There is no arguing the Boston 3 that I just mentioned. They are absolutely chiseled in stone, and they're immovable. Bobby Orr and Tom Brady and Bill Russell are absolutely immovable. Bill Russell, greatest winner in the history of sports, unbelievable social presence and influence in terms of athletics and fighting for black players, fighting for black society and justice and all that sort of thing. You look at the dominance, greatest defender of all time, shot blocking, creating the fast break, him and Red Auerbach and Cousy and Havlicek. Give me a break. Then you look at Bobby Orr. He's the greatest defenseman of all time. And I think if you talk to a lot of hockey people, they may argue Bobby Orr ahead of Wayne Gretzky, and then Tom Brady. We've already started to talk about it. Once Tom Brady got onto the scene in the city of Boston, everything changed. If you think that owners in sports and general managers in sports in a specific town see another team win and you're not winning, you haven't gotten over the hump, you haven't broken a curse, and they see you win, and they see championships, and they see parades, and they see everything downtown like that, you've got to be out of your mind if you think that that doesn't affect them whatsoever. Now, in Buffalo, apparently right now, it's not affecting the Pagulas because the Bills are doing really well, and they don't give a flying shit about the Buffalo Sabres. But in a big-time market with 4 teams and all the rest, you bet your bottom dollar that matters. It matters in New York. It matters in Boston. It matters in Philadelphia. It matters all over the place. It matters in L.A. It matters everywhere. When a team wins and they start to set the bar, every other team wants to follow suit and keep winning. Well, guess what? Tom Brady set the bar. Tom Brady, in the modern history of sports, set the bar for an entire market of sports. All the franchises in Boston. Tom Brady gets to the quarterback position of the New England Patriots. They instantly win. He instantly sets the tone. He instantly shows his leadership. He's instantly in front and center of everything. And then all of a sudden, the Red Sox break the curse of the Yankees. Sorry, I had to hold in that vomit in 2004 after losing to them in the ALCS in 2003. Certainly the curse of the Bambino was still out there, but the Red Sox were peeking over and looking towards Foxborough and seeing Tom Brady. They go and win 4 rings. How about the Boston Bruins? They went through a little bit of a period there finally. They started to win repeatedly, make the playoffs repeatedly, and boom, they beat the Vancouver Canucks in the 2011 Stanley Cup Finals. Go over to the Boston Celtics. Look at what they were doing. Not a lot. They were having some bad drafts. They went through some unbelievable coaching changes. The Rick Pitino situation, they blew it on Tim Duncan. Voila. Bring in the big 3 in terms of Kevin Garnett, Paul Pierce, and Rajon Rondo. You look at Doc Rivers. Rajon Rondo, and boom, the Celtics are world champions. So now you've got the Celtics, you have the Bruins, you have the Red Sox winning 4, and you have the Patriots winning 6 and going to 9 Super Bowls. They went to the Super Bowl half the time during this run. Usually a dynasty, maybe it's 5 years, 7 years, 8 years, maybe 10. In the old days of baseball, the Yankees basically were just it was just a continuous dynasty of a couple of breakups here and there, a couple of interruptions of the 59 Go-Go White Sox and the 54 Giants and not won the World Series. Maybe a couple teams in the AL going while the Yankees didn't win it. For the most part, during the Ruth Gehrig years into DiMaggio played from 1936 to 51. Oh, boom, enter Mickey Mantle, 51 on until he retired in 1967. It's remarkable what the New England Patriots have done. It's remarkable, the 8 straight AFC championships, the 9 Super Bowl appearances, the 6 titles, but it goes beyond that. It goes beyond that because Tom Brady's legacy in New England, once he was inserted, it changed the entire Boston sports landscape. Then all of a sudden, all the trophies started just flowing and flowing, and then every single team was trying to match the other one. Celtics wanted to be as great as the Red Sox. The Red Sox were trying to equal the Patriots. The Bruins were trying to get another one to equal or topple the Celtics or the Red Sox. Absolutely remarkable what Tom Brady has done. When you think about the legacy in Boston, you think about how he started the modern winning of the Red Sox and the Celtics and the Bruins and the Patriots. It is absolutely stunning. And also, if you think about some of these spoiled brats in Boston, I'm hoping that they stick with their team here in New England without Brady there. If they start to lose, they'll probably switch because that's just what the millennial generation does. But some of these people who are 24, 25, they have no idea what suffering is. They've seen all these titles. Give me a break. But the one staple is, hopefully they stick with their team and stick with the Patriots, as they should. You root for the team before the player. There's a guy that all of them should go back to first and foremost. The guy above Pedro, above Big Papi, above Tuukka Rask, above Bergeron, above Marchand, above everybody, above Pierce, above Rondo, above Garnett. It's Tom Brady. Tom Brady started the modern winning in the city of Boston. And I'm not sure if you go in the annals of sports history, if there's a guy who's had that much of an impact on one market in terms of changing the entire picture. Mike Lindsley with you, 9 minutes here, Facebook, IGTV, and YouTube. Thanks for watching.